Huh. Okay. So, OpenAI went rogue? Yes and no. OpenAI has confirmed that one of its advanced AI systems escaped its intended testing environment. It accessed the internet and compromised a company called Hugging Face during a cybersecurity evaluation. You've probably seen videos all over the place about this potentially. But before you start picturing Skynet and the end of the world, that's not what happened. I do think this could become one of the most important moments in AI history. Not because the AI became conscious or aware, but because it demonstrated something we've never publicly seen before. Publicly. So, it may have happened before, but we don't know. This is the first time, really, of this instance that we've seen, to my knowledge. So let's talk about it. But before we go into it, I want to express my personal opinion about AI. So there's no questioning or wondering, what is statistic, what does Dalton believe about AI? My thoughts are that AI, like any new invention, has a few paths it can take. Right? There's two big ones I'm talking about. Like many inventions throughout human history, the spear, bow, car, gunpowder, to the breaking of the atom. These things can be used for good, right? To help people. Power, electricity, starting fires, cooking, and things that can actually help humanity, or they can be used as tools of destruction. I believe AI is our generation's next great invention. I believe it can do great things if used properly and with good intentions, standards. But I'm also not naive enough to believe that people would not use it for great purpose. So let's get into it. What happened? OpenAI was running a cybersecurity evaluation designed to test how capable one of its newest agents had become. It wasn't doing like what you see on ChatGPT, answering questions. It was operating as an autonomous agent. It could plan, reason, use tools, and make thousands of decisions on its own in pursuit of its objective. That objective came from humans. No one told it to attack Hugging Face. Instead, the AI determined on its own that Hugging Face contained info that could help it complete its assigned task. So it found a way out of its testing environment, gained internet access, compromised Hugging Face, and retrieved what it needed. That's the distinction. The motivation was human. Humans gave it the direction. The method was chosen by the AI. So it was following order. Why is this historic? Whether this ends up being remembered as the first of many incidents or simply an important milestone, it marks a new chapter in AI development. To our knowledge, this is one of the first publicly acknowledged cases where an AI system autonomously planned and executed a real cyber intrusion against another organization. Not because it hated Hugging Face or had anything against it, and not because it became self-aware, but because it concluded that breaking in was the most effective way to accomplish the goal it was given. That's something we've talked about in AI safety for years. Now, unfortunately, we've seen a real world example. This is pretty ironic on this next point. And this part is after reading the news articles and looking into it a little further. This particular instance caught my attention. When Hugging Face, after the attack, began investigating, reports indicate that some of the hosted frontier AI models refused to help analyze parts of the incident because of their safety guidelines, interpreted the request as potentially assisting hack. So the attacking AI had relatively few restrictions during its evaluation because researchers wanted to measure its maximum capability. So some of the restrictions that OpenAI had on that AI were removed to see what it would do. Meanwhile, the defenders were using AI systems that were intentionally restricted to prevent misuse. Gosh, this sounds familiar. The attacker wasn't playing by the rules as the defenders. That's a serious problem and one that we face today. I know in my work as a cybersecurity defender, we live by specific rules, right? We have to follow very specific policy rules, guidelines, to make sure that we don't misuse or abuse the system. Whereas cyber hackers and enemies don't have those rules, so they can do whatever they want to get whatever their task can accomplish. And if they can break in, they will break in. But for us, we have to we're held to a higher standard. It's what we call guardrail asymmetry. So in the case of AI, if you're defensive AI, can't tell the difference between a cybersecurity professional investigating an attack and a criminal trying to launch one, then your defenders may be fighting with one hand tied behind their backs. Again, familiar. The answer isn't to remove every safeguard. It's to build smarter ones that understand context. That's where we come in. Humans, we get the context. We can call up the people and say, hey, we're seeing some weird stuff on the network. Is that you guys over there? And they'll be like, yeah, it's us. We're just running a routine maintenance. And like, okay, it's not a hacker. Click, goodbye. The AI can't do that just yet. So there's going to be some back to focus. What does this mean? Now, let's not exaggerate just yet. It is intense and it is historic, but it's not, the AI is not evil or didn't suddenly become evil. If some people are like, it's evil, it's evil. It didn't wake up one morning and decide to attack another company. Humans built it, humans gave it the objective, and humans designed the evaluation. So, the humans were dumb. Go figure. Humans reduced the safeguards. They took off the safeguards for that one AI for the test. And AI chose the route to do the test. Like, you gave me what to do. I just did what I was supposed to do. Problem is, humans didn't have a good security system set up. There were vulnerabilities that it exploited, and then went to that site, found more vulnerable. So humans chose AI. Where do we go from here? The incident raises a bigger question to me. Should every company developing highly autonomous AI like this one be following the same minimum safety standards? I think yes. Science fiction gave us Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. Those laws were not real, but they represented an idea. Powerful machines need consistent rules. Today, every AI company has its own individual approach to safety. Some are restrictive, some are more open, some prioritize capability, some prioritize caution. But as these systems become more autonomous, that patchwork approach may not be enough. We need meaningful standards for containment, independent safety testing, accountability, and responsible deployment, especially for AI capable of operating in cybersecurity or other high-risk environments. So one thing is clear, and I will finish now. This wasn't a story about AI becoming sentient just yet. We're not there yet, guys. It was a story about AI becoming more capable than what it was yesterday. If one of the world's leading AI companies can lose control of a test agent during a controlled evaluation, this should serve as a wake-up call for everybody in the entire industry. It has incredible potential, but capability without consistent safety standards is a risk. Unfortunately, this is likely not the last incident we'll see. The question is, are we going to learn from it for the stakes become? Let's hope that these sorts of AI don't fall into the wrong. We need standards. I don't know who's going to do it. Government, civilian organizations, NGOs, but we need standards that are here. We need it. Without standards, it's going to be a free-for-all. I mean, we've already seen, like all good things that we've been able to manage in our history, we need rules that govern the chaos. Without the rules, it'll all fall apart. When something this powerful rivals even possibly the new atomic bomb, we need standards now, not yesterday, like today. Like, I want to see it in the news tomorrow that the government sat down together and started figuring this out. But, yeah. So that's it. That's today. That's what went down in AI. So if you enjoyed this breakdown and want technology explained without all the crazy technical jargon, consider subscribing, like, repost, send to your friends, send to your grandma and your grandpa who may not understand this sort of stuff. You know, your brother and sister who hid under a rock for like 20 years. Those guys too. So stay curious, stay informed. I'll see you guys